feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Say hello to somebody around you. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. All right.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. How are you? Oh, yeah. What a crowd. Wow, this is so great to see so many people back into town, and I feel like I've been eating for a month. I think the thermometer's ready to pop or whatever. Anyway, it's so wonderful to see all of you. When I was up there singing, I thought, wow, the energy in here is just so wonderful. So let's just say our opening mission statement together, please. We are a dynamic, open, and inclusive spiritual community, awakening you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Yes, we are. So let's see what's going on. Oh, on December 8th and December 9th, on a Friday and a Saturday, Shar Margolis is going to be here, and she's been on Dr. Oz. She's an internationally renowned intuitive medium. And so Friday, she's going to do like a group reading. And then Saturday, she's going to have an intuition workshop. And all of us want to develop our intuition. So please buy tickets in the office. You can buy them for just Friday night or a combination of Friday and Saturday. And then on December 10th, our beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful Jerry Lynn is going to be, yes, smoking. And she's going to be giving her talk on how music saved her life. So please sign up on the table out there for the Rainbow Alliance. And I also want to thank Ross and Michael for Thanksgiving for the Rainbow Alliance. Thank you. That was very nice. I wasn't here, but I heard great things, and I saw pictures. Look like you guys were having a great time. So thank you, Rainbow Alliance, for that. And then Dale is going to be doing the Untethered Soul again. Everybody loved it so much, she's going to do it again. It is a fabulous book, and she's a great facilitator. So that's January the 4th at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. on Thursday nights. Dr. Joe, do you want to talk about your class?
My class is fabulous. If you want to change your life, my class will change your life. How many people have been in my classes before? How many people's lives have changed? Keep all those hands up. If you haven't, you know what? Talk to somebody who's taken one of our classes. If you think you get a lot here on Sunday, imagine 3 hours of that. And the energy level, everything just keeps flowing just like that for 3 hours. It will change your world. It's starting in January. It starts at 9 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. And you can actually switch classes. But the best part about this is you're going to be at middle of March anyway. You're going to go January to March anyway. Your life's going to keep moving. The difference is, will you have made a difference so that your life has changed after March? Ooh.
Okay, and let them know they have homework.
You do have homework. It's a homework class. It's an
Yes.
accredited class, but it's
Right.
one of the best classes I like to teach it. What else are we doing?
Yeah. And you're going to tell about Christmas.
We have a slide for Christmas?
I don't know.
Do we have a Christmas slide, Holly? Yes?
Okay.
Oh, we got a Christmas slide. What's next? Go ahead to the next one.
Go to the
Sorry,
next
we're just
one. We're
trying
just
to do our job.
tag team.
There it is right there.
There.
All right, so on Christmas Eve falls on a Sunday, so we're going to do services a little bit different. We're going to have one service on Christmas Eve at 10 o'clock here at the center, and then at night we're going to have 2 candlelight services. So for those of you who've been to our candlelight service, you know how spectacular that is. We're going to have 2 of those, one at 5:30, another one at 8 o'clock. Now, the deal is they're free tickets to give out. We'll take a love offering there, but they're free tickets. You will have to have a ticket if you want to get in before everyone else gets in, because you know how it is last year. People were really early. People were camping out at 4 o'clock. So if you want to come in, the doors will open at 5 o'clock, and your little ticket will be valid from 5 until 5:15. All right? Then after that, it's not valid. Then anyone else can come in. So you'll have 15 minutes to secure your spot. All right? So same thing at 8 o'clock. 7:45 is when everyone else can come in. So at 7:30 you can come in, get your seats.
It's going to be like a pre-sale on Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. More or less, I kind of like that. Okay, that works for me. All right. I think that's it. And let's introduce Melanie Taylor. Melanie Taylor is one of the, every time she comes to the center, it's a fantastic experience. We love her because not only was she one of Bette Midler's harlots, which I just love the thought of that, running around in a wheelchair on the stage. I think it's great. But she's also, she's getting ready to perform with Barry Manilow again. She travels with Aerosmith. She travels with all sorts of stars. She in of herself is a star herself. She has her own CDs. But let's welcome Melanie Taylor, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. Happy holidays. All right, guys, y'all ready? Let's sing that out. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness, how you feeling? You feeling good today? Say, I have a question. Do you believe in love? I said, do you believe in love? Feeling love, that's all that's enough for me. Yeah. Yet I see, yeah, I see faces covered up in empty spaces where there used to be a soul inside. Nothing and no one ever gets to them. Seems the wind could blow right through them. Believing in gods that never knew them. I believe in love. I believe in love. Do you? I believe in feeling good. And I'm feeling love. I believe in love. Feeling love is feeling good. Hey, worry, climbing up your money tree. You got to hurry. Monkey do and monkey see now. You're on a one-way street. You're speeding. Listen the signs you should be reading. Passing things you'll later be needing. I believe in love. Hey, I believe it. Nobody sold me. Always knew it. Nobody told me. I believe in someone to hold me. I believe in love. I believe in love. I do.
Taylor, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Beautiful.
Thank you. You're a believer. I'm a believer.
Yes. You know what? Let's hear it for this band and these singers who did a great job as well. Every Sunday.
So good morning, Palm Desert. How are you? So this is our final week of our Reignite campaign. Remember the Jerry Lewis telethons? That song always played, and then it got really loud, and the orchestra got really big, and the leaderboard went up and up and up. So I'm not going to tell you what the amounts are today, but I am going to say thank you today for everything you've contributed, everything you've done. We are still collecting cards. You all got one on your seat, so if you haven't been here, you're new, or you have been away for season, so to speak, and you're back, there is an opportunity still to fill out one of these cards and let us know that you care about the center, and let us know that you care about your own spiritual growth. That's really, really, really what it's about. So that's it for me today. I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of the center and behalf of all your other members that are here at the center. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Paul. So good morning. Are you ready to go to work? I am. Let's take a deep breath in. There's a lot of people in here today. Welcome back. All right. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. Imagine, if you would, a suitcase in front of you, and if I said to you, I want you to pack into that suitcase all of your doubts, your fears, anything you've been overthinking, anything that's bothering you. So imagine yourself packing that suitcase up right now, and I'm sure some of you, it's going to be really full. Pack it up anyway. And then I want you to imagine I'm walking through the sanctuary and I'm picking up all the suitcases. Every one of them. And I say to you, you know what? Don't worry. Borrow my belief. Because you got this. Some of you might run back to get your bag. I'm going to ask you for just a few moments of your time and your commitment to live in this space where that doesn't exist in your life in this moment. Because I took the bag from you and you don't have to worry about it. Spend the next few minutes in that space without whatever you have in that bag. Because I got this. I got it for you. Take a deep breath in. All to Spirit I surrender. All to Thee I freely give. I will always love and trust You, and in Your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In this presence, in this oneness, through You I am power divine, and I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all.
Good morning.
Center of Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. How good it is to witness the abundance of Spirit, to know that everywhere and all things is all of what Spirit is, to recognize that there is one power, one presence, one life force, and it is the divine expression of the universe. And how good I feel to know that the presence of Spirit is everywhere that I am, all that I do, every task that I perform, and every breath that I take. It allows the abundance of Spirit to express itself through me and for all creation. I am the very activity of God. Whatever I give, whatever I receive, is the multitude and bounty of Spirit. For I know that there is something way down deep within that is greater than anything I have ever experienced. My consciousness of action reflects my abundance. I now know I do not have to struggle for what belongs to me. I move forward, inspired with grace and ease. I simply surrender and allow God to work in my life. So on this day, I acknowledge the fullness of God's grace and all of life's abundance. And I am so grateful for all of the new avenues that are being revealed to me in my life. My gratitude opens the gateways to greater success and prosperity. And with joyful thanksgiving, I accept the truth that has set me free. With great love in my heart for this center and all that it is, I release my word to the law of mind, knowing that it is done. And together we say, so it is.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I awake in this holy silence. I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So we awake in this holy silence. We hear all that needs to be said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. I find God, when I find myself, and you find God when you find yourself. Let's take a deep breath in. I'll sing it through the first time. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Please join me, the lyrics are up front. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Melanie Taylor. Beautiful job, Melanie. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Thank you. And she has CD. Take Melanie home with you. She's got CDs in there. So, all right. Wow.
Thank you, Jerry Lynn, for that great arrangement.
Yeah. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. Beautiful. That was beautiful. So today I'm looking for a paradigm shift. That's why my talk title today is called Money in Action. I saw a lot of money in action on Friday. Did anyone see a lot of money action on Friday? I saw people beating each other up over a TV. What's up with that? Right? But money is God in action. Today is the day that I want to ruffle your feathers a little bit. This isn't about money in the church. This isn't about money in the center. This is about you, the way you look at money, the way you look and receive money, the way money flows by means of you, the way you attract money, or the way you repel money. Here we go. Raymond Charles Barker said this, and I want everybody to repeat it. Let's do it together. Here we go. I abide in prosperity. Mind created me in order that it might act through me. Therefore, I am receptive to its abundance. I am receptive to its circulation in my life in the form of money. Ooh. I didn't even have to ask for it. You all went right there for me. I love that. Money in action. What does that mean? What does it mean, money in action? Life is in constant flow. Everywhere we look, life is showing its movement. Our body is constantly circulating. We have cells that are constantly sloughing off and new ones growing. Everything in our body is in a constant flow. And now when we start looking at money as different than our bodies, we're separating ourselves from what Spirit has created. Hang on with me. Money is a vital part of our necessary circulatory system. It is a necessity for the economic health for all of us. It must be a spiritual idea. The moment you shift your attention from the concept that money is evil to the belief that money is wonderful, you will begin to have a greater circulation of money in your life. All right? A lot of people were brought up that money is the root of all evil. Yeah, right? I don't know about you, but money allows me to circulate itself. I've told the first service, you know me, I can't find the dipstick in my car. I don't know how to change a piece of plumbing on my toilet. I don't know how, you wouldn't want me to paint your house. All right? You wouldn't want me to build anything, especially a grill from IKEA. You wouldn't want me to do certain things. So money is a necessary part of my economic and your economic life. Why? Because not everybody can do everything. And so it's a part of the circulation of the world. That's just how the world goes around with that. We all share in its circulation. It's a part of our economic necessity so we can thrive in our life, so we can do things in our life, so we don't have to live with broken things or things that need repair. It's a requirement for us to be able to circulate this. If our car breaks down and we have to buy a new car, it's the economic flow of money, our money, the spiritual money, that allows you to purchase that new car or that new home or whatever that is. And anyone who has a kid knows that that flow never ends, right? In the Science of Mind textbook, money is defined as this. Money is the symbol of God's substance, the idea of God's supply objectified. Hang on, are you ready? This one you need to meditate on for 30 seconds. As God is spirit and we are God's creation, spirit is our substance, but spirit is all. So money is an expression of substance. Are you following the circle here? Are you following the line? Are you following it? If we're spiritual beings, right, and everything is spiritual, why have we in our own lives, and I'm guilty of this, put money into a separate category? Money is not spiritual. It's just money. You have to have it. It's like an economic necessity. But it's not a spiritual thing. It's just a thing. And we separate it from its spirituality. We don't infuse it with life that spirit has. It's just sort of this thing that we call money. And it has a separate consciousness. We have a separate consciousness and a belief system around money. So my job today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to open up your idea that maybe there's a paradigm shift that you could use that would allow you to get more into the flow if you view it differently. All right? Economically, circulation is what creates healthy finances. If businesses never spent any of the monies received, they would close pretty quick. Flow is what creates the potential for growth and expansion. If all a business did was take in money and it never bought anything else to sell, what would happen to the business? It would close, right? It has to be able to, it brings it in, it puts it back out. It brings it in, it puts it back out. Does that sort of sound like a wave on the ocean? It comes in, it goes out. It comes in, it goes out. So economically, circulation means healthy finances. Dr. Barker and the baby. Dr. Barker had this, Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, you know, one of my favorites. I teach, in fact, I'm going to teach a lot of his stuff today. I love Dr. Raymond Charles Barker. He held a little baby in his hands in front of, there were 2,000 people that used to go to the Lincoln Theater or Lincoln Center where he would give his Sunday talks. And he had a little bitty baby in his arms. And everybody's like, oh. And he started out his talk like this. He said, do you see this? Exactly. Right on cue. You know what I say to that? Of course that is right. He had a beautiful little baby in his arms. And he said, how many of you can see this beautiful little baby as spirit in action, as God in action? And the entire crowd just, raised their hands and yes, and clapped, right? And then he set the baby down and he picked up a bunch of $100 bills. And he held on to the $100 bills and he said, list like this. He said, how many of you can see this as being just as spiritual? And everybody's like, no, can't see it. And he said, the irony is, if you don't have these, you can't raise one of those. Do I hear an amen? Amen? So it better be spiritual in nature because it's part of the circulation of things. Does that make sense? Because without it, it would be impossible for us to do what we do. Without the circulation, it would be impossible for you to get dressed in clothing because without circulation, you couldn't buy the clothes and someone couldn't make the clothes. Someone couldn't provide the material that would make the clothes. It's all part of, we are living in a circulatory system. We just kind of separate an idea. What I want to do is I want to integrate that idea into how we look at all things. Anything we love increases, and anything we criticize moves out of our lives. The first step toward abundance is to love money. Whoa, love money? Are you kidding me? I hear my grandmother's assembly of God's self complaining and saying, how dare you say something like that? If you're a demonstration of spirit, and all things are demonstrations of spirit, everything, including that stool, the chair, if everything is a demonstration of spirit, how can we not love it as being an expression of it? Why do we separate that one thing? Why? Because it means, it is the means which God is using at the present instant to maintain a circulation in the world of economics. Okay? Why? Because it requires us to look at it differently, to feel it differently. All right? The purpose of nature is the advancement and unfoldment of life. And everyone should have all that they can to contribute to that power, elegance, beauty, and richness of life. Wallace Waddell said this. I love this. To be content with less is sinful. Love money, sinful? Joe, what the hell are you smoking? Right? Are you crazy? What are you talking about? Think about it. If everything we say is a prayer, Everything you think and say is a prayer. I'm not going to ask this question because I know the answer. How many of you see yourself as living on a fixed income? Don't raise your hands. If you tell people I live on a fixed income, guess who fixed it? If you tell people that's the truth, you have shut off the ability for the universe to supply you anymore. And then you wonder why it doesn't come to you when in your mind you say to yourself, I'm on this fixed income. Instead of saying, I have financial security and I'm open and receptive to whatever the universe has to offer, instead you say, I live on a fixed income. Dr. Tom used to say that. If you live on a fixed income, who fixed it? You did. The word fixed income is a limiting idea. It caps your good because it doesn't leave any room for anything else to come in. If all you think about is a paycheck with a logo on it that pays you every week or every month or every other week, if that is where you get your good and that's how you view your good, remember, if that's the only thing that you're thinking about, then you're not opening up to a bigger idea of circulation. Are you following me? Because we become dependent on that logo. We become dependent on that check and that automatic deposit into our checking account. We become dependent and we look at that as our source of good. We're not realizing that God is our only source and that we are open and receptive to different ways of it coming into our life. Does that make sense? All right, moving on. So it makes sense that financial circulation is necessary in my own bank account, in my own wallet, and especially in my attitude about money. So it makes sense that I have to shift the way I look at the power behind money. And I'm not talking about power to take something away. I'm talking about the power that it gives me to live my life. It begins with the belief that I am in a universe which is supportive and whole. Say that with me, please. It begins with the belief that I am in a universe which is supportive and whole. Does it say struggling? Does it say wishing and hoping? No, it says I am supported by a universe which is that universe is supportive and whole. I believe that. So if I'm feeling any lack or limitation, or if I'm feeling that I'm missing out on something because I don't have enough of something, the universe wants to fill that void. It's my consciousness that has to change in order for me to become open and receptive for it to even happen. But many times I've already resigned myself to the fact that, well, it's just too late for that to happen. Anybody? That ship has sailed. Honey, if it's sailed, you need to swim out and get it. You need to swim out and get it and bring it back and tie it back up and say, nope, we're not done with this yet. All right? As I am part of the universe, I too am whole with all I require available to me by merely claiming it. And now someone says, merely claiming it. You know, when I started in this teaching and people said, you know, when we pray, in the third step of prayer, we claim our good. And I'm like, wow, you would actually say to God, do this? I think that would piss God off. That would be wrong. My God, I can't imagine claiming my good. Claiming it. But then I realized, in Scripture it even says, it's the Father of good pleasure to give and give abundantly. And it says, ask and ye shall receive. It doesn't say hope and ye shall receive. It doesn't say wish and you shall receive. It says what? And if I ask for something, I'm going to ask for something I want. So that's what this is saying. You know, it's always hard to do the ask. Sometimes we feel like we're not worthy of it, or that we haven't done whatever it's necessary for it to come into our life, or we haven't suffered enough, or I haven't done enough to receive it. But what happens if you ask the universe to create certain things in your life? Try it as an experiment. You might find out that the universe conspires to create everything we have asked for and has created everything you have asked for and believed, you should have. Does that make sense? Because remember, if the back of your mind, you say, it's limited, it's not going to happen, then what's happening? It's not going to happen, right? That's the science of mind. So begin to believe that money is good. Begin by correcting your thought about money. Look at money as spiritual. At the bottom of every check, thank you, God. when I hand over money, just to buy, guilty pleasure, my Three Musketeer bar, I'm not looking at the Three Musketeer bar. Well, I am. Because I made a special stop to get it. I love nougat. I don't know what it is, but whatever that puffy stuff is in the middle, it's addicting. Doesn't matter. All my food critics are up here going, really? It's not organic. It's not vegan. I don't care. It's caffeine at 3 o'clock. It's chocolate. Give it to me. Ladies, am I right? Yeah. See, I knew there's a part of me that was that feminine side coming out. So I give great thanks. Even when I'm putting out that dollar or two, whatever it is, you know what? I'm grateful for that ability to do that. And I'm just grateful for it. I'm really trying, really making an effort to be cognizant of every penny that's moving out of my life and coming into my life, so that I'm grateful for it. It's not that I'm penny pinching. It's not that I'm watching every penny. It's I'm being grateful for everything that comes in and goes out. Everything. Because if gratitude is what grows everything, that if I'm not grateful for it and thankful for it, what happens when you're not grateful or thankful for something? It goes away. The flow stops. A few easy steps to change your money thinking. These are just some things I came up with. Be willing to live in a state of financial flux. Not every day is going to be the big wave. Right? Am I right? Sometimes things are good, sometimes not so good. But then the second sentence is equally as important. Remember that when your bank account goes down, it will go up again. Now, really interesting thought about that. Some people will say, well, when it goes down, I hope it goes up again. Or they'll go, when it goes down, I don't know. I doubt it's going to go up again. Or they start, listen to your thoughts. When it goes down, do you have a belief that it doesn't go back up? Because in health, when we get a cold, what do we go? It happens, we go, you know what? I'm moving through a cold. A few days later, it's going to be gone, right? Even relationships. We won't get into that because some of you have way too many to discuss. But they come and they go. But for some reason, we take the concept of money and we put it over here in a different category. It hides over here and we go, well, I hope it comes up. What is the prayer behind that? What is that prayer that you just said? You're not declaring, you're not claiming you're good. You're hoping and wishing. And the universe doesn't work on hope and wish, it goes on belief. So not only do you have to be able to be in flux, you have to believe that what goes up will go down, what goes down will come up. Don't get stuck in the what goes down will stay down. Because once you buy into that concept, you're darn right it will. And it will be met to the level of your belief, and it won't change, and then you'll tell everybody, see, I was right. Perfect. Oh, back up, Holly, I went too fast. Thank you. Start to believe that money is a spiritual idea and choose to have a conviction that you will always have money. I will always have money. I will always have more. Not enough. Not enough. What is enough? Enough is a limiting factor, isn't it? I know I will have enough. Cap your good at enough. I will have more than enough. I will have enough to give, to share, and to spare. I will have more than enough to give, to share, and to spare. And if you start that, let that be your mantra, you will become a magnet for that spiritual action which we're calling money. Does that make sense? Because we use it in the sense of health, we use it in relationships, but for some reason we put money over here in a category and it becomes very different. Take it out of that and put it back in the spiritual realm where it belongs. Am I making sense? Are you okay? I mean, do you have a pulse back there? Because I know a lot of you are looking at me going, can't wait to brunch. Say this with me, please. I accept money is a divine idea without limitation. I release the idea of money in terms of amount. I think and allow a life of ease and freedom because I am in the flow of money. Ease and freedom. What does Spirit want for us? Not just money, but what does Spirit want for us? To live a life of ease and freedom, right? To be happy, to be healthy, to have harmonious relationships, for it to come as easily as possible. And God knows sometimes that's not the case, right? But it is the overall will of God, if you will, for us to live in that state of grace. That state that where's Mimi? Mimi, beautiful prayer today. Yeah, you know, give me a hug. Come here. Do you know, here is somebody who was scared to death to do any of this, to even take practitioner training, and then you see someone like that come out there, and you just know that she is in the flow of something good. So thank you, Mimi. And that you talked about the ease and the grace of things. And I truly believe that is our divine birthright. Refuse to worry about money. If I focus my thinking, which is my creative power, to worrying about money, then I will only have more reasons to worry about money. Anybody? Yeah. You want to talk about, funny thing is, when you start to worry about money, that idea magnifies so quickly, doesn't it? And suddenly you kind of look at your life, you go, wow, what a mess I'm in. And then you start heaping more ideas about it. No. See, money is a spiritual thing. Look at the flow of money as just being a spiritual idea. Take it out of the realm of it being in a different category, because when you integrate it into all categories, it integrates itself into your life. Once you integrate it into your life, your belief system, everything begins to flow. Everything. You know, everything. You could just, it's all part of the circulatory system. What does Raymond Charles Barkers have to say about money? I'll tell you. There are unfortunately a great many people with attractive surface attitudes, but the same old rubbish underneath. Ooh. On the outside, they go, yeah, I totally agree with what Joe said today. And they get in the car, they go, not working. Nope, not going to happen. He goes on by saying this: if you fail to direct your subconscious mind, it produces under a law of averages, and you are a nice, ineffective, sweet person who's always looking for money. Who's always looking, instead of having money attracted to them, they're always on the hunt for it. See? You don't have to do that. It's a shift in the paradigm. And my job today, all I wanted to do today, because it's the last Sunday of the month on the prosperity and financial freedom, all I wanted to do today was open up your idea that maybe, just maybe, there is a paradigm that you've been living with under, right? That you need to open up the door and shed a little different light on it, and perhaps it might make the rest of your life a little bit easier. I'm certainly not saying this is the answer according to Joe, thanks be to God, whatever. I'm saying open up the door that maybe, just maybe, this could change for you. All right? I call prayer mind surgery. It is the way in which you go into the subconscious, destroy old patterns, and instill new ones. That's what I'm talking about today. Today, to me, this is mind surgery. Prayer is what we call mind surgery. It's going in, taking a subconscious old paradigm and taking it out, removing it, and replacing it with the new idea. So let's have a little mind surgery together. Let's take out the old paradigm and replace it with the new paradigm, so that our looking forward, the end of this year, 2018 and beyond, it has a different feel about it. It has a financial security. I know, because I know what's going on in the world around us. I'm not stupid. I see what's in the news. I see what's in the media. You can't ignore all the pundits and everything that's being said. It's a total panic. But I also know that during 2006 through 2008, when we were in one of the greatest recessions this country has ever been through, that members of our congregation thrived and our center thrived. Why was that? Because we refused to participate in the negative idea that everything had to fall apart. So we don't have to do that. No, thank you. We don't have to do that. That's optional. That's optional. And look at it as optional. You don't need to be a volunteer for scarcity. I know everybody laughs, but there are people that are in it. And you say, but I never volunteered for it. Did you change the way you think about it? Unless you change the way you think about it, now you're a volunteer. See, things could have happened to you which make you victimized. Somebody could have taken your money, stolen your money, whatever. Then you're a victim. But the day after that, you're no longer a victim. Now you're a volunteer in the reparation process, the healing process, the bringing it back to normal process. Does that make sense? Together, please. I abide in prosperity. Mind created me in order that it might act through me. Therefore, I am receptive to its abundance. I am receptive to its circulation in my life in the form of money. So I have this prayer that Dr. Raymond Charles Barker wrote, and I printed out 600 of them. So there is one for each one of you on your way out. I highly recommend you, this is mind surgery. This is like a prescription. This is like you go to the pharmacist and pick up a pill. This is your prosperity pill. You take this pill 3 times a day. You read it early, late, and often. All right? I'm going to read it for you. All right? So close your eyes, take this in. I now subconsciously accept this prayer. There is only one creative cause, God. There is only one mind, God. There is only one life, God. There is only one substance, God. This present universe is the glory of God. It is the moving, flexible, fluidic creation. It is alive with life, the abundance and the richness of God. I abide in prosperity. Mind created me in order that I might act through me. Therefore, I am receptive to its abundance. I am receptive to its circulation in my life in the form of money. Money is God's idea of circulation in my world of finance. I accept this idea completely. I appreciate this idea. I like it. Money, being God in action, is absolute good. It is wholesome. It is a blessing to me, and I am now prospered with it. I have no fear of lack, for I believe that I have plenty of money. It is God's activity in my world. It is God's activity in my bank account. It is God's activity in my investments. It is God's activity in everything to which I lay my hands. This money is flowing. This money is free. I do not attempt to lock it up. I do not put a fence around it. It is God's money. I let it flow in. I let it flow out. And as I release it, I know that it comes back to me, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I am now free in money. I rejoice in it, I appreciate it, and I thank God for it. And I have money forevermore. And so it is. Some of this may make you feel uncomfortable at first because of an old paradigm. Understand that your old paradigm is making you feel uncomfortable. Push through that. Push through that. Because at the end, you will benefit because the universe wants you to be happy with grace and ease and financial freedom. And so end your lesson. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Last week in our foundations class, we we got this. It was called a spiritual practice, which is sacred giving. And so this right now, as I call the ushers up, this is a sacred ceremony, really, when we give. And I want you. It goes along with Dr. Joe's and Dr. And the prayer that he gave you, but it really gives you the science of mind behind what he said on a deep level. And I'm just going to read one quote here from Ernest. He said, God is spirit, spirit is substance, and substance is supply. This is the keynote to the realization of a more abundant life, to the demonstration of success in all financial matters. It is right we should be successful, for otherwise the spirit is not expressed. The divine cannot lack for anything that makes life worthwhile here on earth. And it talks about, it goes further, but further than this, knowing of God is the law of giving and receiving. God gives life and well-being to all constantly. Because of the underlying unity of all life, no man lives entirely unto himself, but rather is part of the infinite flow of the whole. The way to happiness lies in consciously choosing to be part of this divine flow of life. And it goes on. And this is really a powerful article. It's a spiritual practice. And so giving and receiving is a spiritual practice. So that's why I said, if you are giving cash, please use the envelope. Put your name on it so you are identified as a giver here at this center. And rejoice, no matter what the amount is. I want you to feel the sacredness of that giving, that this is part of the flow. And honor that as we honor you for that. So let us say together our offertory prayer, please. I give my offering with gratitude as I recognize the demonstration of Spirit's generosity in all areas of my life.
1, 2, 3, 4. I release and I let go. In the Spirit.
It's a heavy one. It's so great to have so many people back. So let's just hold up our hands and bless our offering. Send that love and that light to that. So, and say together with me, this collective offering is spirit in action as it circulates into the universe and touches and blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you, Dale. All right, so at this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors. If you are here for the first time, please stand up. Don't be bashful. We have a gift for you, and we'd love to welcome you. Welcome, welcome. All right. And so what you're being handed, oh, there's somebody back there. What you're being handed is a CD holder with information about our center. And please stop by the desk out front there in the foyer and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks. And we welcome you. If you're visiting the Valley, enjoy yourself. This is a fabulous time of year to be here. And if you're from the Valley, we're so blessed to live here, and please come back and make this your spiritual home. This is our prayer team. They are over in the Ohm Room, which is the next building over. If you're going through anything, please stop over there and have them pray for you. In fact, Mimi's going to be over there. We have some pretty powerful practitioners here. This is what's going on. We have something going on every day this week here at the center. There's always something for you to deepen your spirituality and your connection to the divine. So let's just do a closing prayer. So recognizing that it is all God, that we are part of that divine flow, that each one of us is that integral part of the whole. And so that we are here for a divine purpose. We are here to receive all the gifts that this universe has to offer. And so we are open. We are open to be part of that flow. And as that flow comes, we also give. We give wherever we are. We give a smile, a hug, financial support, just our kindness, our compassion. Because we are all in this together. We are all part of this life, part of this family called humanity. So in this season of Thanksgiving, we count our blessings. We look for all the gifts that we have in our life, and we turn away from the belief in lack. Knowing that that is a conscious choice to recognize and to focus on that which is powerful, that which is the truth, that we are abundant, that we are whole and complete. And so I am grateful. I am grateful for this teaching, for this center that reminds me of the truth of my being, for the love that we all receive here every week from Dr. Joe and the music and our practitioners and our ministers. We are truly blessed in so many ways. So I release my word into the law, knowing that each one of us here is prospering and is part of that whole of abundance. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week, everyone.